What is going on today, YouTube? I got some exciting news for you guys. Our zones were respected. So I'm about to go ahead and break this down for you to see how the trade went and stuff like that, and just kind of give a little bit of detail. If you haven't already, just check out the video that I just posted on October 2nd. I'll put it in the link of this description below. But look, anyway, so we're gonna start off with NAS, US30, and then Euro USD, right? So this is the zone I had marked on the 15-minute, and I then went down to the 3-minute to refine that a little bit more. But this is a perfect order block that just kind of broke structure and then continued to go high. So if it goes down to it again, it'd be a high possibility for us to get a sell. So in order for me to mark these blocks and stuff like that, I need to have no wicks in it. So the fact that no wicks were touching inside of here were good. I mean, this could have looked good and stuff like that, but I just wanted to refine it just a little bit more. And the fact that I did that, it was completely fine, because let me go to it real quick. When I break it down and I put the and I shorten it a little bit, like right here, it's still touched. You know what I'm saying? So this one right here, this one, it could be a really quick 1 to 2. We actually seen no real red bars and stuff like that. So this was a easy win. If anyone held this trade and stuff, this went all the way up to a 1 to 7, almost a 1 to 8. So this was a excellent trade and stuff like that. So perfect setup of what I'm talking about. You look for the order blocks, you look for the highs and lows of the days and stuff like that, and I like for price to come into it at around the end of London session, or the beginning of New York session, or the middle of New York session. But after that, I just kind of stay away from it until it goes to the next trading day. Now for US 30, which we have right here. So US 30 is basically the same thing. We have aggressive buying going up. It's breaking in multiple points of structure on a 15-minute. If you did it from the 15-minute order block, it would have just touched by the pip, but I like to break it down a little bit more just to make sure I can get a good price on it. And that's what I got right here. So if I zoom into it, going on the 3-minute, I don't enter anything unless it's a buy to sell candle. So this had end up entering. I closed out. I even closed out in the video. I closed out like right here because I was just unsure for US 30 and stuff like that. I wanted to touch down more, and it's clear if it touched down more, it would have been like a bigger risk to reward ratio, and I wouldn't be in the red or anything else like that. And this thing actually shot up to almost a 1 to 4. So these are really, really, really good trades. That's why this is like, kind of take my time on it and stuff and whatnot. But that's it for US 30. How you can catch this trade is just simple. Same thing I had said before. How I trade. So I like to mark the highs and the lows of the previous trading day, and then mark the previous low and previous high of that following trading day, because how it'll go is that it'll activate, or you'll get some type of reaction from it, especially if that session broke structure or something. So this is just for a quick example. So if we weren't on this day, right, we would have this is a high and this is a low. So right here, this is a high, this is a low. I'm just putting this out here, right? So London session, I don't trade in the beginning of London session at all. So this wouldn't have happened unless we had traded right here, which it hit the zone. But what I was waiting for was right here. We go on to the 3-minute, because we can refine this better too. Put this one right here. And if we drag this over, let's go ahead and investigate it. Because even a small move will give you a good risk to reward, right? So this one right here, let me fast forward a little bit. Okay. So this one right here, right? So we would have seen something like this, right? We wouldn't have got in because it doesn't look strong. It looks puny. But for something like this, that it just taps closed and goes under, I would make the stop loss pretty small, probably like right there. And about a 1 to 2. You would have probably got out or closed over or whatever like that. But this would have been a potential win or a potential loss, but you would have been in the blue a lot. So you would kind of had your discernment on whether you was going to like stay in that trade or not stay in that trade. It'd be completely up to you. So that's it for US 30. I hope that example made some sense. Now we're going to the final one, Euro USD, and let's check that out. All right, so basically same thing. I'm looking for breaks of structure. I'm looking for London, New York session. I'm looking for highs and lows of the days, and that helps me build my confluence, right? So the fact that this low was like a very, very, very previous low. All these were getting broken and stuff like that. This is the only place I could say that was pretty good for entry. The reason I put right here, because this is the last buy to sell candle that really pushed up besides this one, but this one doesn't have any wicks. The other thing that kind of made me a little funny about this one before I took it was the fact that it was on Asian session. Like we have an Asia low right here, if you can see that. It's red, and then you got London session blue. But if we just go by the simple technique of just marking the high, the buy and sell candle of an unmitigated area, that means no wicks is touching it at all, and especially if it broke structure, we can go down to the far right and then have the probability to actually make some money with this. So this was the first setup that actually came out that I had explained in the video that I have in the link description below. The fact that this candle was just like super large, I would have to have an extremely large stop loss. Or if you depending on risking and stuff like that, it could go higher. But I'm a majority a scalper swing type of trader, so I really do sniper entries and stuff. So I'm going to explain this setup, this particular setup right here, to kind of help you guys like not get into the trap of like being of your stop loss being hidden. Okay, so for one, so when it first hit our zone, right? When it first hit our zone, it made this super big bullish candle, right? So in my head, I was like, okay, so if it wants to go higher, it'll probably retest, give us a better price for entries for everyone, and then shoot up. So waiting down, you see that this green bar doesn't have a wick at all. And the price of this bar and this bar is a little bit too high. You see what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm explaining this before all of this stuff kind of plays out. So this is not for fake right here. And the fact that this bar was high and it doesn't have a candle wick at the bottom, it wasn't just something I was going to take. So I said, okay, cool. This is doing the 1, 2, 3 fake out. And the 1, 2, 3 fake out is basically, it'll make it seem like it's going up or down. Take the stop loss out, that's one. Do it again, take the stop loss a second time, and on the third time, that's when you have a better chance of actually, getting in on that entry and stuff like that, just to kind of let you guys know. So right here, this was the first green bar that I had entered to. And if I had my stop losses like up here or something like that, it would have been close to a 1 to 2, 1 to 8 or something like that. All kind of depends. I actually thought it was kind of going to go like a little higher, like maybe like over here to like take out these equal highs and stuff like that. But it didn't end up turning out that way. But this is still a good 1 to 2, 1 to 8, 1 to 8. I mean, yeah, it went over a 1 to 2. So like I said, I normally go for 1 to 2s, 1 to 3s, sometimes 4s and 5s and stuff like that if I'm incorporating like a trailing stop. But other than that, man, I like to go in and out the markets, get my money, and then carry on with my day. So guys, if you find value in this video, if you find this thing educational and you want to be a part of my full breakdowns, which I have on like my Telegram and stuff like that, make sure you click the link in the description below. Join my free Telegram. It's where I post my trades at. It's where I do breakdowns a little bit quicker than I would on YouTube. This is just so you guys can kind of get the gist of like what I'm doing with it and stuff. So that's pretty much it, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'll keep on putting these videos out every day, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.